When you put your heart and soul into creating something, you want it to make an impact, to endure, to express something. What does it take to get there? I'm Questlove, and this is Quest for Craft, my collaboration with the makers of the Balvenie Single Malt Scotch Whiskey. A deep dive into the obsessive, never-ending, whatever-it-takes journey to create something extraordinary. When you're crafting something, the why has a lot to do with the what. A song written to express the composer's inner turmoil is going to sound different to one that's crafted to make people dance. If your intent is to make your audience feel something, it drives your decisions and fuels your passion. For this episode, we are here in Electric Lady Studios with the multifaceted musician Anderson Paak to explore the dynamic between craft and joy. Cheers.
Let this be the only thing that come between us.
I always wanted to know, is bringing joy to people what you were always about as an artist?
I think as soon as I could see what I do on the drums can affect people and make people dance and make people happy, that's when I was all about it. Like that was it. That was the spark. Like once I seen my mom come out dancing in a long muumuu and just like doing the mashed potatoes. You know, the old folks got mashed potatoes. They got them Watusi, all these old dances. She started doing that.
Okay.
And I was like, I never seen her dance before like that. And she was just always really critical. And to see her just like start vibing, I got addicted to that. And then that led to just doing it in church. But I was always like, if I can give people that kind of joy, that kind of freedom, I'm trying to stick with it.
So, okay, I know that life is joy and pain, and we come from hip-hop culture. Us expressing pain, there's nothing new about that. But I do know that we're also inherently always looking for joy. So for you, in your art, is it important to express both, or for you, is it all just about the uplift?
Whatever the medium is and whatever they feel like they can express the best, I think that's up to them. That's the beauty of it as an artist. You can come from the darkest of places and make these joyful demonstrations that help other people in dark places. Because sometimes when you're in a dark place, you just want to watch a Little Mermaid and you want to know it's going to work out at the end. Or you want to watch a Hallmark movie or something, you know? Like, you're not trying to, and there's times where you want to like get the perplexities and kind of feel that too, but maybe you get that somewhere else. Sometimes in a movie sense, some people just want that escape and they want to experience that joy. And that's the beauty of artists. And with me, I think I had a lot of different trauma things happen to me. And it was kind of like a coping mechanism, just to, the music I ended up making was just music that I wanted to get back to how my mom was feeling. And so I think that just stuck with me. And so that energy is always in a lot of my music because that's where it started.
So you once said that you wanted to make fun, feel-good music that isn't cheesy. Now, when you're creating this music, are you micromanaging the checks and balances so it's not too happy sounding but still feels good? Or like, how do you know when you have the right?
I usually work with a handful of people. It's always like, it's never just
never
me.
By yourself?
It's never just me in a box or a computer. It's always, I got my engineer for starters.
Right.
Which is, we've been rocking together now for, 8 years or something now. So that's, when you got an engineer you trust.
So they're honest with you?
Very honest at this point. They love to be honest, even though I'm not asking for your honesty right now.
Have they been wrong?
They're always wrong. They don't. It's because they don't have they have the luxury of being like, that's trash, and they don't ever have to go out and put it out and perform it and do it and make it work. There's parts to it too, Sometimes you have a song, but can you, like Bruno would say, can you really sell it? And not in a capitalistic sense.
Can you make us believe that you believe it?
Yeah,
right.
It could be the craziest jazz piece, anything, but like, okay, so how you going to perform this? How you going to pull it off? And so your crew of people that your brain trusts is very important in making them happy and bringing them joy. Sometimes it's all you have to trust that when you've been doing music 10 plus years like myself, So I really depend on them a lot. And also I have to like you said, a little bit of micromanaging, but with my own artistry. Because it's like, what haven't I done yet? What haven't I said yet? That's all the game we're playing is like, I can't fool myself. I know I done that melody.
So you trust your gut? Oh my God! You really?
Yeah, I trust your gut.
You really tattooed that one. I had no idea. How does your past inform what you do now, especially with what you represent? Because you bring this joy to millions.
Yeah, they're like those, like, I don't know, infinity stones that, you know, once you go through these things, you got them. And so the further you get in life, you always have to, like, reach back and keep those scruples or whatever. Like, I mean, I've seen some crazy stuff, man. And it just, now that I'm older, it's just, I just learned to appreciate joy more, appreciate these times of traveling and changing other people's lives. And I mean, I don't know how beautiful that is unless I've seen it all taken away in like an instant.
We come from a culture in which, you know, the ice grill is our number one weapon and tool. Now, you are probably known for the opposite of that. You're world famous for your smile, so was that a conscious decision, like, especially coming from LA? Because you know, I would just tend to think that most cats in LA can't afford that type of vulnerability. But what made you cross that line?
I think that's what it was, you know? My cousins and other people around me were some serious gangbangers. I mean, I've done songs with some Bloods, Paul McCartney, and then Crips, and then, like, you know, it's all over the place. So these are two different rooms, and so, like, but the hardest dudes since the beginning of when I can remember were always telling me, boy, like, you got the best smile, you better smile. Don't ever try to be no thug. That ain't you. Don't get into this. Like, do your music. And they would gas me up. Like, look at that boy's teeth. That boy got some chiclets or whatever. You know, they roast you. But, you know, when your cousins roast you, that's how they love you, you know? So, also, too, I got these big-ass teeth. So it's like, it take a lot for me to just fully shut, like, you know. That don't look natural, right? So my photographer, too, like, because I'll be trying to, like, not smile. And I'm, like, trying to take pictures, you know, like.
So even when you're
serious. And he's like, what are you doing? And he's like, just at least, like, open your mouth.
Right.
And I'm like, all right, cool, so.
So that's your serious look, right?
That's just my resting face.
Right.
And so I'm gonna try to take that approach, because I'm tired of smiling sometimes. Like, my shit hurts, and, like, sometimes I can be hungry, mad, happy, and I'm still have a smile. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's, you know, sometimes you gotta smile in order not to cry. And that's pretty much.
There it is.
But I think it's just a part of just who I am. And it was the people that kind of didn't always get the luxury of smiling, because I was considered weak and all this stuff, that they couldn't do that. And I'm pretty sure they wanted to smile a lot of times too. And so I always kept in my mind, and it was just like, yeah, I'm gonna just do it for them.
Never change.
Yeah.
Is the drums for you like your Linus security blanket?
Yeah.
So how hard is it to get from behind there? And
Man, it's been a battle. I mean...
So that's you being naked and vulnerable?
Yeah, well, it's just, you know, that's where it starts. That's where I'm probably most comfortable. That's where I know I could really... I have the most vocabulary in, I feel like, right? So I can have the
Really?
I feel like, as far as...
Wait, you seriously think that?
Well, I mean, you're the best drummer in the world, so you probably think I'm trash. But yes, I think I'm pretty good on the drums.
No. It's not. No. I'm not even.
Damn it, this interview's over.
No. It's just that for me, you have such a raw, soulful voice, and a kind of voice that is literally the history of Black spirituality, Black pain, Black sensuality. Like, no one today is singing like you are. Like,
thank you.
But that's also pressure. Like, you're.
It is, yes. And so that's what I'm saying. It's always
no
like
pressure.
Right. But I'm always working to try to fine tune that, and I feel like and also like being surrounded by these who I think are some of the best singers and best producers. And the singing is like, wow, man. It's like, I would love to sing like Jilly from Philly. I would love to sing like Bruno. I would love to like do, you know. develop my voice and all this stuff. And I just felt like I got a long way to go with that. And I'm enjoying the journey.
As far as collaborations are concerned, who would be your dream collaborator in terms of like singing with someone or creating music with someone?
I mean, Stevie still Stevie, I feel like he makes songs with everyone but me.
Have you gotten a chance to?
He hates me. And I think I got the tattoo
Right.
of him. It's a little overkill, maybe like. He ain't seen it.
I don't think he's seen it.
He said it, y'all. He said it.
Knowing what you know now, from living through trauma, processing trauma, to finding your joy, finding your talent, what advice could you give to an artist that might be going through the same things that you went through?
I think you just it all comes down to purpose. I mean, I think you gotta hang on to it with all your might. Whatever that thing is, that if it's that pain, if it's that joy, you gotta really hang on to it and find purpose in it and just do it to the max, because there's a lot of painful music and a lot of dark people that brought a lot of joy to people's lives with when they were able to channel that energy. You know, when I think of like people like DMX, he was going through so much, and when he prayed, it just like, you see what his purpose was, right? So I think people have to grab a hold of that and try to find that, and that's what it was for me.
When I was 16, like I thought my purpose was just to be a good drummer. And for me and my best friend from high school, you know, to play blah, blah, blah venue. And then suddenly when we did that, then it's like, oh wait, there's more? Oh wait, there's more? There's more? There's more? So for you, do you know what your true purpose is?
I think in this life is to bring joy to people's lives, you know, love and joy. And I think that's the sacrifice, even sometimes when you don't feel like it. Sometimes Spider-Man probably don't feel like going out saving and doing all the Spider-Verse stuff, but he got the responsibility, right?
Right.
And he got to go out and do it. And I think all these little things where it used to be, I just want to get the attention of my mom, or I want to make my cousin proud, or I want to do all this stuff. It's like a bigger picture to all these things. And what you're doing is you are infusing people with joy, and like you're changing their lives because you are so free in what you do. And so I have to remain free and to show people like you can smile, you can work with all these people, and you can wear a wig at the Grammys and get a clean streak and still work with Bloods, you know what I'm saying, and work with Schoolboy Q over here and do all these things, and it can all be giving everyone joy, and you can also have fun within it too. So I think that's pretty much where I'm at now with it in this life. In some alternate universe, yeah, maybe I'm like Darth Vader, or like no teeth.
Right.
Yeah, but
seeing you come from behind that drum set,
yeah,
to be who you are, like I needed to see it. That helped me a lot.
Right.
And just,
wow.
You know, not to mention kicking my ass drum soloing. So, you know, anyway, thank you, Anderson, man. I appreciate it.
Got that right.
I love you too, brother. Thank you. Thank you. There are other motivations to craft something aside from bringing people joy. You could be driven by self-expression, the desire to educate, or one of 1,000 different motivations. But I've learned that if you add joy to the mix, it makes the work more generous, more welcoming, and ultimately more profound. If you're searching for an idea or for the energy to carry on, go ahead and bring people some joy. I promise you won't regret it.